G'day mates, back again. This time we're going to be having a look at the chain tensioners on the back of the Husqvarna. So I'll just switch the camera around and show you a couple of things. Alright, so what we're going to have a look at the moment, these guides you can just pop out. Still got the wheel off from when we did the wheel bearings. The next thing we're going to do is actually loosen this bolt off and then back this bolt out the entire way. So each time you change your tyre, it's always good to try and move these bolts a little bit. Well, actually this one's loose enough to just let out the whole way, so we'll just keep going. Reason being, if you don't do this regularly, they tend to seize up and then you'll have to re-tap the entire thing. So I'm also going to try and keep this lock nut where it is, because that should roughly tension the chain to where it was when the tyre came off. We'll just keep pulling it out. So as you can see, there's a fair bit of adjustment in them. Still going. Almost there. There we go. All right, now, as you can see, the inner part of my bolt's a different color to the rear part, and I'm gonna show you why. Righto, this stuff here, aluminium anti-seize lubricant. So what you want to do, once you get your bolt out, get some of this aluminium anti-seize and then just put it on the part of the bolt that's going to be sitting inside your swing arm, and that'll just help for next time you need to bring it out. It's going to prevent it from corroding and actually give it a little bit of lubricant as well, so that it's easy to get out. So that one's sort of sat on my bike for probably well over a year, and you can see that I hadn't actually touched any tools on it at all. I just was able to, adjust it with my hand. So that's the best stuff to put on there. I'll just show you how to do that now. Alright, get the tube. I'm just going to slowly just run it down the bolt. Stuff's generally good in high heat as well, so if you've got, bolts that are like oxygen sensors and stuff like that are on your exhaust that cop a lot of heat, this is good stuff for that as well. Try not to get it on your hands because it is quite a silver colour. Don't want to look like Tin Man or Aluminium Man. So what I normally do is at this point just get a rag, just rotate it through very lightly. You can see why you don't want it on your hands. Look at that shit. So there you go, you can see now it's quite well coated, so you can now go and work it back into the bike. Righto. So there is actually a washer in there. Mine's kind of stayed on because it's got some of this anti-seize stuff which can get a bit sticky. So all we're going to do now is slowly thread it back in. Should actually be a lot easier to get in with the anti-seize stuff on there anyway. And as you can see, got some on my finger. It's shiny as shit. It's annoying. Alright, once I get this in, I'm just going to show a couple other things. So I'll just stop the video now and come back to it. Okay, last couple of things to go through. This nut here is your lock nut. So when you've actually got it adjusted to the right, back side that you want for the tension on your chain, then you lock this nut off. So you can see at the moment it's still moving. If I tighten this front nut, it's going to stop it from going backwards or forwards. So you want to adjust it to where you want, and then hold this nut tight. The bolt tight, and then screw this nut down so that it's actually up against the swing arm, and that'll hold it into place. Now another thing, as you can see, you've got these marks here to indicate how far back you've gone. Now, they're all well and good, but a really easy way to do this properly, get a set of verniers. Put your verniers in between here and here, lock it out, then go to the other side. So you lock it out like that, then jump on your other side. Obviously you do this with the wheel on and your chain and everything. And then what you want to check is, do you have the right distance? So that actually looks, if we were putting it back on, that's pretty much exactly right. But if you've got anything short or too long or anything, you want to try and line it up so both sides are the same distance. Otherwise, everything's not in balance and you get wear and stuff on one side as opposed to the other. So yeah, really easy trick. Rather than rely on you can use the markers, they're not as accurate as a set of verniers obviously. Try and keep it straight as possible as you can when you do the measurement. Do it on the other side, and then it'll all be tensioned up and good to go. So yeah, that's a short video on the way the chain tensioners work on these bikes. Cheers.